The Monster Mash isn't a joke, it's a victory lap for a film that just successfully performed a lobotomy on the born to serve female trope. Everyone is obsessing over the lightning strikes, but the real resurrection happened the second Jessie Buckley stopped being a corpse and started being a catalyst. Maggie Gyllenhaal's The Bride isn't a horror movie or a romance. It's a meta-textual heist where Mary Shelley's ghost steals a 1930s Noir body to finish a book that men have been misinterpreting for 2 centuries. The twitch at the end isn't just life returning to Frank and the bride, it's the definitive death of the created companion. If you haven't seen the film, leave. I'm about to spoil more than just the ending. I'm spoiling the patriarchy. You've been warned. We open with Mary Shelley in monochrome, which is Gyllenhaal's way of saying the original vision is dead and buried. She possesses Ida in a Chicago mall and immediately starts spilling mob secrets in a high society British accent. Most viewers think this is just a quirky possession trope. It's not, it's structural. By putting Shelley inside the bride, the film is literally giving the character the one thing that the 1935 original denied her: agency. When the mobsters push her down the stairs for snitching, they aren't just killing a mall. They are trying to kill the narrative voice that refuses to stay in its lane. When we get Dr. Euphronios, Annette Bening plays her with a frantic, "I've seen God and he's a hack" energy. When Christian Bale's Frank, who looks like he's held together by spite and vintage pomade, asks for a companion, Euphronios isn't just practicing science, she's performing a business transaction. The lie they tell the resurrected bride, that she and Frank were devoted lovers, is the film's first major indictment of the male gaze. Frank doesn't want a wife, he wants a reboot of a movie that never existed. He's obsessed with dapper movie stars, trying to fix his monstrous nature through 1930s Hollywood aesthetics. He's a monster trying to LARP as a leading man, and he expects the bride to play the damsel. While the bride is reclaiming her voice, trading surgical wraps for safety pins and a punk rock beehive, we get the subplot with Detective Jake Wiles. Here's the meta layer. Peter Sarsgaard is Maggie Gyllenhaal's husband. Having him play the hunter who is secretly obsessed with the bride's past life as Ida adds a bizarre, voyeuristic tension to the film. He represents the old guard, the man who thinks he knows who she was, while Frank is obsessed with who she should be. Wiles is a total figurehead. The real brains is Myrna, played by Penélope Cruz. This mirrors the Dr. Euphronios Frank dynamic. The men provide the muscle or the face, but the women, the secretaries, and the mad scientists are the ones actually manipulating the lightning. When Wiles hands his badge to Myrna, it's the film's first successful resurrection, the death of the male authority figure to make room for the actual expert. The drive-in tragedy is where the fantasy versus reality theme hits a brick wall. Frank, the man obsessed with musicals, dies in a location dedicated to projected dreams. It's poetic if you're into that kind of thing. He's shot in the head, the seat of his fantasies, leaving the bride to drag his dead weight back to the lab. She's not doing it out of love in a traditional sense. She's doing it because they are the only 2 people who see each other as they actually are, stitched together rejects. It's a radical recognition that bypasses the devoted couple lie the doctor told her earlier. The climax in Dr. Euphronios' lab isn't just a shootout, it's a collision of 3 failed ideologies. You have the law, the mob, and the creator, all trapped in a room with a woman who has literally outgrown her own skin. Gyllenhaal isn't interested in a clean action sequence. She wants a ridiculous hell of gunfire that feels like a tantrum. The bride is shot multiple times, collapsing onto Frank's body in a mirror image of a Shakespearean tragedy, but without the dignity. This is where Myrna, the secretary, who is actually the smartest person in the room, narrative control. She dismisses the police and arrests the gangster, but she doesn't stop the doctor. By telling Euphronios to take her time, Myrna is effectively sanctioning a biological revolution. She's choosing the monsters over the system. The lightning stuff that hits the roof is the ultimate fuck you to the 1935 original. In the old films, the bride is a mistake that needs to be erased. Here, the twitch of their hands moving simultaneously signifies a radical recognition. They aren't being brought back to be a couple, they're being brought back to be a force. The simultaneous twitch proves that they are finally synced in reality, not Frank's Hollywood musical fantasy. Here's the twist that recontextualizes the entire 2 hours. Ida never existed. I mean, think about it. From the moment the film started, Ida was already possessed by the ghost of Mary Shelley. Every choice the bride makes, the eloquent speeches, the rejection of the companion role, the punk rock defiance, isn't a woman finding herself. It's the original author literally rewriting her own ending in real time. There's also a couple of theories online, like the hollow shell theory. Some fans are arguing that since Euphronios previously resurrected her husband and he came back hollow, Frank and the bride are just going to be mindless zombies. And I don't buy it. The simultaneous twitch implies a connection that goes deeper than simple reanimation. And there are rumors from the set suggest a deleted ending where the bride actually kills the doctor after being resurrected, claiming that no creator is allowed to survive the creation. I mean, it would have been more metal, I guess, sure, but it would have undercut the theme of feminine solidarity Gyllenhaal was clearly aiming for. Is the ending satisfying? Honestly, it's a miracle it works at all. Most modern updates of classic monsters feel like a marketing department trying to wear a leather jacket, but The Bride plays fair. The payoff is earned because the film spent the first 2 acts meticulously dismantling Frank's musical fantasy version of love. If they had just walked off into the sunset, it would have been cheap. But by ending it on a twitch and a cut to Monster Mash, the film acknowledges that their existence is absurd, messy, and probably doomed. And they're choosing it anyway. It's a punk rock ending for a punk rock movie. It doesn't give you a hug, it gives you a jolt. But did I miss anything? Let me know down in the comments. Check out my spoiler-free review of The Bride by my head, and YouTube thinks you'll like this other video by my head. And I'll see you next time.